Welcome back to the SML Podcast, back by popular demand. Terrible two-step, you called for it. Today we're bringing it to you. I'm with Primetime 000. This is the SML Podcast.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the SML Podcast.
All right, you guys, as you can tell, we are back. We're back at it. Based on where you're at with this advance, there's either 2 or 3 games left, so we'll just call it 2. Things are kind of shaping up rather quickly here, but the one thing that is for certain, the Colts are still undefeated. How much longer can you get it done?
Oh, yeah, we're going to go undefeated this regular season.
Wow.
We're actually 14-0 now. We just beat the Jags.
What's been one surprise to you this year?
In the AFC side, I'm a little surprised in the Chargers, who kind of came out of nowhere. Was our former Saints owner. Terrible guy at making trade decisions, but that's besides the point. He's 11-2 now. Really turning in a good season.
Okay. I'd say my surprise of the year would probably have to be, I guess, the Vikings. The guy that talked the biggest amount of smack wound up losing all those games. Next thing you know, he was excommunicated from the league, exiled. So that'd be my surprise of the year, the fact that he did all that talk. I beat him in the regular season. Next thing you know, that seemed to be the proverbial nail in his coffin. So that, to me, has been the surprise of the year.
Yeah.
Everything else has kind of been, the Cowboys usually win the NFC East. I usually win the NFC West. The NFC North's anyone's game. For some reason, no one can seem to dominate that division. And then the NFC South always has the Panthers and the Falcons, both 13, 14 games season.
Cinderella story is the Chicago Bears. This is their first full season. Coming off a heart attack, a car wreck. We didn't know what to think with old man Otis. And he is now in the driver's seat in the NFC North at 8-5 with a 3-game lead over the Vikings, and he's going to get a win. Again, this advance over the Eagles, as there was something that came up, and he's going to be getting a force win. So, needless to say,
he's clinched the North.
He's probably clinched the North, and good for him. I'm pulling for him.
Wow. Okay, very interesting. Okay, there's 2 games left. We'll dissect your schedule just to see who and if anyone can. The Colts are 3 in points per game on offense, 27. They're kind of dropped off this year in terms of yards a game. They're 14th or 16th per game passing, and they're 12th per game rushing. But defensively, they're number 1 across the board. 9 points a game is all they're allowing. 194 yards a game total. 156 in the air, 37 yards rushing is astounding figures. The number 1 defense. I'd like to see how that ranks against some of the actual NFL best. I would assume it would best all of those. The Colts just beat the Jags. They have a road game against the Texans now. Here's my prediction. The only way the Texans win is if this turns into one of those laggy games where you wind up getting off your game. So hopefully for the Texans, they can pray that they get the lag. Otherwise, the Colts beat the Texans. And then the Broncos, I don't know much about.
Yeah, he might be a guy.
I see that he just won 52-13.
Yeah, he seems like a talented player.
But
I'm not too sure about him, though.
I'm not. There's really.
I don't know much.
The Texans only won 2 games this year, so I think it'd be safe to say the Colts finished 16-0. Although, is Andrew Luck still playing, or did you get him hurt when you played him?
No, he's still playing. I just have him on the bench right now. I haven't really started him for the last. Well, he hasn't played most of the season, honestly. He's played like 3 games. I've just been resting him since he's came back.
Well, we've turned in our best offensive performance somehow with the Seahawks. I'm 10th per points right now, 24, 320 yards a game passing. Russell Wilson has 30 touchdowns. I'm sure is the most I've had in any season.
Yeah, probably.
Brandon Cooks has 17 receiving touchdowns. Defensively, we're still. We're top 10 in points per game. We're 6th, 18, so we don't let a lot of points. So we bend but don't break. If you look at our stats, we're 15th in the air, or overall, we're 18th in the air. We're 8th on the ground against the run. Our remaining games, I could lose both of them. I play the Falcons and the Rams.
Wow.
And the Rams is coach, a guy that's been in and out of the league, but it's a good player. And, of course, the Falcons, the only time I played him, he beat me. So I think it'd be safe to say that I very well could be 11-5 at the end of this season?
Yeah, and you're still fighting for a bye week, I'd assume, or how's that shaping up?
Yeah, I'm still fighting for a bye week. So it'd be nice to win out and try to somewhat control my destiny there. But, we'll see what happens. There's only 2 games left, and after that, there's only a few advances left of this Madden cycle, and then we get to kiss this thing goodbye.
Yeah, we really aim towards then doing our Madden 18 team selection draft, Madden 18 randomizer, which is like an often asked question, often answered question. We will be doing a randomized order. Probably if somebody joins right before, we're probably going to put them in a different sect, so some new guy isn't going to get a good team and then blow up the team and quit. We're going to have to do something where, like a guy with little experience, he's not going to really have a high pick.
I guess when is this going to occur?
Well, we're gonna finish up Madden 17 before we do this, so we know who's gonna be in, who's not. We got a few guys waiting in the wings for Madden 18, and then we didn't want to do it right, because there's gonna be a dead point in between the release of.
But between when we're done and release of 18.
Yeah, there's just going to be a dead point because we're not starting our season
off,
until the regular season week 1. So I'm going to say halfway between, maybe right around a release week of Madden 18 probably, I would say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after we finish.
Okay, probably right around release day.
Yeah,
something
probably.
like that.
Yeah, just a little release party. And then, you got another week or two, and then you got the real SML season starts. So we just don't want to do it too soon.
All right, final Super Bowl predictions. Playoff Super Bowl predictions. Who are your teams?
I'm feeling good about myself right now. Path to perfection. Hashtag.
So Colts and who?
Colts.
Panthers. Falcons.
Jonesy, he chokes. So I'm going for, probably you or the Falcons.
All right. Well, I also have an issue with performance issues in the playoffs, so I'm going to go ahead and say Colts and Falcons right now. No one else is really jumping off the radar.
Falcons, this could be the year the Falcons.
Falcons have been doing some good things.
I would like to play.
The Vikings aren't there this year to play spoiler.
Yeah, I would like to see or play. The team I'm most afraid of going out, I'll just be honest, is the Dolphins. He beat me before. A good player. And the team I want to play the most again in the playoffs is the Chargers.
With the healthy Andrew Luck, put it on him.
Healthy Andrew Luck, and I would like to play him again. He seems to think the game aided him a little bit, and I strongly disagree. But we have our disagreements, so I like to play him when it matters the most and see what happens.
Well, I guess you have to stay tuned to find out. Like I said, there's only 2 more advances, so between now and next Tuesday, let's say Thursday. So between now and next Thursday, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
We should probably be advancing playoffs next Thursday.
Yeah, Tuesday, actually, right?
So we advance tonight to week 16.
Week 17.
Week 17 on Sunday, and then playoffs on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to find out on Tuesday when and what kind of playoff picture we have going on.
It'd be still very a lot interesting. Of spots to be determined, wild card round spots. So to get your games in, you never know what could happen.
I do believe the Hall of Fame game is tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was going to watch that.
I might watch parts of it. We'll see what happens. So anyway, football is back. The SML is your league for the people, by the people. We are an all year long league. A lot of leagues drop off after the Super Bowl, some after May or so. But I believe we're one of the longest running leagues in terms of just how long we go. I mean, this is our second full Madden cycle, or something like that. But regardless,
we don't shut down. We just keep going, and the best leagues keep going. I've seen obviously some great leagues just take it easy, but the league that we want to be like is the Madden Bomber League over there on Xbox. They got a pretty good setup there, so we're trying to do our best to exceed that.
For that and more, stay tuned to the SML channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at Sim Madden League. If you just happen to be clicking on this podcast and you waited 9 minutes for just pure random BS and you're interested in joining, be sure to check out the websites, simmaddenleague.com, put an application in, and I will be enforcing the pre-screening game. I will be doing those games myself. We're not just going to be ushering people in anymore. I think that's a bad practice. I will be playing trial games. I will be taking those on myself.
And just so you guys know, we do not pre-plan these podcasts. We just kind of get up and talk. So if it sounds like we're rambling, we are.
It's definitely just random, whatever, spur of the moment. So we're going to go ahead and cut this one off now. Be sure to comment below whatever you'd like to discuss. All right, guys. Like, subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.